Mondstadt City always seemed a little too small in my eyes, and I bet you felt the same way. But since it's a game based on what seemed before Fontaine medieval times, I just accepted it. After all, size isn't everything. But since then, I noticed more and more NPCs all around the region, and it made me wonder, does Mondstadt actually have enough houses for all these people? So that's what we're gonna be exploring today. First of all, let's figure out how many NPCs there are. Running around counting every person we see doesn't sound very efficient, and I'm clearly a very busy person, so we need a better way. I decided to go to Wiki and manually check every single NPC listed there to make sure there aren't any cats, dead people, someone who left long ago, or someone else who doesn't need a house. As you can tell, I'm very good at finding efficient solutions. So after an hour of scrolling and confirming, I counted 212 NPCs and 19 playable characters. And I know what you think, how the hell are there over 200 NPCs? I can barely find 20, so let me explain it real quick. A lot of NPCs are not actually within city's walls itself, but instead they're wandering somewhere random. Some are in Dragonspine, some are patrolling the area, some are just enjoying the walk, and others are having some private time. On top of that, there are plenty of quests and event-limited NPCs that actually never appear after it ends. And of course, overall, there are probably way more people than you realize. Worth mentioning that I tried not to count NPCs that you can't actually see, such as Fischl's parents, Lawrence clan, and the rest, otherwise the number would be way higher. Overall, there are 3 places where people of Mondstadt can live: Mondstadt City itself, Springvale, and Dawn Winery. We have 231 people in total, 11 of them reside in Springvale and 6 in Dawn Winery, which aren't our today's priority. Thus, Mondstadt needs to feed only 214 people. Seems like a bit too big of a number at first, but let's not jump to conclusions. Now it's time to count houses. Of course, nobody did it before, because why would they? So more work for me, yay! I ran around counting them manually, but shortly before I finished I realized I could have just looked at the map. Efficient as always. In total I counted 28 buildings, 2 of which are bars, 1 Adventurers Guild, 1 Knights of Favonius headquarters, and 1 church. It's hard to tell if anyone lives in church or bar, but we'll just put there everybody who didn't fit in normal places. Now we have 23 inhabitable houses, but almighty Hoy didn't create them all equally. In some, first floor is taken by store or storage unit, and some are just kinda small. So as much as I wanted to believe that every house can fit 10 families of 4, I have to confirm it. Strike of inspiration happened and I realized that I can count windows and roughly divide it by 2 or 3. Alas, that idea was destined to fail, as these windows are obviously purely for decoration and it seems like they serve no practical use. So I once again walked around and tried to estimate how many smallest rooms can be inside each house. Some were pretty obvious, others not as much, but I arrived at number 120. Taking in consideration that not all of these rooms are bedrooms and each house should have kitchen, bathroom, and a hallway, we can easily reduce that number to about 74. That way, in best case scenario, there are 74 bedrooms for citizens of Mondstadt to use. Of course, I understand that in this economy you can't afford living alone. Some NPCs have confirmed families, and about 20 of 212 are actually kids that are unlikely to have their own room. Let's assume that all of NPCs are married or have someone else to share a bed with. For children, let's say all of them live with parents and don't need a room, besides of course Timmy, he is an orphan. Therefore, as of now, Mondstadt can feed maximum of 168 people. And as promised, we'll just assume that the rest 46 are just constantly living in a bar. In all seriousness, I understand that Mondstadt we see is condensed version of the one that exists in story, but it's still pretty ridiculous that it's not even big enough to fit all people we met. And that's not talking about people in character stories, dialogues on expedition with Varka, and many others. Before you say it, yes, I know Port Dorman exists, but most current NPCs never mention it, and I'm sure by the time it releases we'll have even more homeless people. So that's all for today. I actually didn't plan to make a video about it, just a random thought I had that I decided to check. Hope this revelation doesn't hurt your immersion too much. If you have any other peculiar questions about Tivat bothering you, feel free to leave them in the comments, who knows, maybe I'll make a video answering them. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like and subscribe to the channel, it'll really help me out a lot. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.